Hello, I'm Karen.
And I'm Renee.
And we're here today to tell you how to bake pumpkin bars. So we'll go through the list of ingredients for you, but you can find the recipe on thebakingshow.com.
For the pumpkin bars, these are the ingredients we're going to be using. You're going to use 4 eggs, 1 2/3 cup granulated sugar, 1 cup vegetable oil, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin, 2 cups sifted all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon baking soda. Okay, we're ready to put our recipe together. So we're going to take the pumpkin, and next we'll put the eggs in. Just plop it all in the bowl.
Okay.
And this is the egg.
And so for these eggs, they're not beaten. We'll just have the mixer do that work for us, right?
Works for me.
Okay.
And the oil.
Okay, good.
And last but not least, the sugar.
Okay, great.
Now we're going to beat this on medium speed until it's light and fluffy.
So this is what the mixture looks like when you've beaten it and it's light and fluffy. And so now we're going to add our dry ingredients.
And there are 2 schools of thought to that. I mean, you can take your dry ingredients. Some people like to add all the dry ingredients together, mix it up, sift it, and then put it in. Myself, and I believe Karen does too, we just add the dry ingredients into the wet one at a time and beat it in. So there you go.
Okay.
So let's start with the baking powder.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'll start the mixer going too.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Cinnamon. Allspice. Salt. And baking soda. For our friends who live in high altitude, please remember to reduce the baking powder. For every teaspoon you use, you reduce it by 1/4. So this recipe called for 2 teaspoons baking powder. You would use 1 1/2. There you go.
Great. So we're ready to add
just
the flour.
and we are good.
Okay. So watch for the splash here.
And there it is. Okay, perfect. And we'll just let that heat up and mix, and then we're ready to put it in the greased pan.
Okay, so once that mixture is beaten, and you don't have to beat it long, you just have to make sure you combine all the dry ingredients.
It's nice and light.
Yeah, it is very nice and light. So we'll bring that out and put it in our pan.
And we're using a 10 by 13 pan that's well greased. And we are going to pop this into a 350-degree oven.
And how long do we bake this?
We're going to bake this for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Till your knife comes out clean when you put it in. And then we let them completely cool, and then we have an icing that goes on top of the bars, and we'll show you that in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to mix up the icing, and for the icing we have 2 cups of confectionery sugar, 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened, 1 stick of butter, which is half a cup, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to put in a pinch of salt.
You can make your own vanilla by combining vanilla bean and any alcohol. So this happens to be vanilla made with corn whiskey.
Okay, so let's just mix this all together. So we'll pop in some cream cheese.
Okay.
And next comes the butter. And how about we mix those up, get them nice and soft. And then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. I have never made vanilla. I've never made vanilla, let alone with alcohol.
We can always taste it if you like.
Sure.
Okay,
This sounds really good.
Some glasses and we'll try it. We started with room temperature butter and cream cheese, so that makes this process go a lot faster. So it's already really creamed. You can go ahead and add the confectioner's sugar.
Here you go.
And once again, it's really gonna probably go everywhere, but we'll just take a little bit at a time. Okay. And then our special ingredient, just that little tiny bit of salt.
the vanilla.
Now that wonderful vanilla. So it comes out to a nice yellow hue, and it goes beautifully with those pumpkin bars.
After the pumpkin bars cool, we're gonna just spread them with the frosting and we'll have dessert.
You can see how liquidy this still is, so I can tell just from looking at it that it's not done yet. But to test, you can use a wooden stick or a toothpick, and you put it in close to the center as possible. You see it's still wet, that means it's not done yet. So it needs to go back in 10 minutes or so. Okay, so we're taking another peek, and it looks like it's starting to get done. And the way you can tell is you see that it starts to come away from the sides just a little bit. That means the bar itself is forming and solidifying. So we'll give it just a couple of minutes and then we'll pull it out. So you said you wanted to taste my vanilla made out of corn whiskey?
I do. I have never had vanilla made out of corn whiskey.
Alright, so here you go. I will give you a full double shot here. We'll just try it.
Okay.
Here's to baking.
Down there.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good.
Do you need some water?
No, I'm good. So our pumpkin bars are now cooled down and they're ready to frost. And we have that wonderful topping to go on it with the moonshine vanilla in it.
So we've finished icing it, and now the next step will be to take a taste.
That is wonderful.
That is really good. Yummy.
So this makes a great fall dessert.
Enjoy. I'm going to.